Hi, it's Russ Hutchings giving you your Oakville real estate update. We've had 25 listings since Friday. I've put them all in order of pricing. So just to get started, we've got a new condo apartment in the River Oaks area for $329. It's a 2-bedroom unit and is right at that Oak Parks area right near the new downtown Oakville. Condo fees of $482, which include basically everything with the exception of electricity, which seems to be pretty typical with most condos. Next on our list, we have a semi-detached on McCraney. Now, we'd actually gone through that in some detail. That must have been listed on Friday, and they actually had the listing originally posted at $3 million, which was just a little bit overpriced, but at $379.9, as we talked about in my last report, actually a decent price, even in the condition that it's in. 1120 Queens Avenue in the College Park area at $459. This one, again, about the same price as a semi, but it's a townhouse, so that semi just might be a better deal. 206 Georgian. This is an estate sale being sold as is in the new downtown Oakville as well. So there could be a good deal to be had on this one. They're not guaranteeing anything. It needs a little bit of updating, etc. But for $479.9 in that location, for a semi-detached, not too bad. And needless to say, as long as there's no competition in a situation like that, then you can get yourself a good price when you negotiate it. Speaking of estate sales, power sales, I do have a special search for any of my clients that are looking for that type of product. That being said, it's not always a guarantee of a good price. Banks in particular, when they are under power of sale, are strictly looking at the numbers. Often they also get more attention than what a regular listing can get. I've often said that I wouldn't mind all of my listings actually being power of sales because of the additional attention that you can get from them. So some people get excited and you end up with more than one offer, and often you get a better price than the guy down the street that was just looking at selling his home. So as always, it's good to have good representation, educating you on a true value for a home and all the idiosyncrasies about that home that affect value, because as you may or may not know, you can go street by street and there could be a wide variance in pricing based on the exact location and what surrounds you. 538 Truedale. So here's an older bungalow that's at $519.9. They're selling it for mostly lot value. We've got some new homes and that are going in these areas now. Some of them are stripping down, some are renovating. So that's in around the price range. About a year ago, you'd be talking high fours, so this seems like it is a reasonable price for what it is. On Barronwood, in the Westmount area, you've got a end unit townhouse for $529. So, you know, again, you're looking at something that's new in a newer location, a little further north than the last one that we saw at the same price. And it really comes down to how you feel about value. Personally, I think the better locations, the larger lots, have greater value. Which brings me to my next point, actually. We have a lot of people now that are baby boomers, empty nesters, and what I'm finding is the need for the bigger homes, the larger homes, is lessening, where most of them want to find something that's 2,500 square feet, manageable, ultimately a bungalow type of styling, less money so they can free up some capital. So we'll see how that trend continues, but that should continue to accelerate. So my prediction is the larger homes, as we've seen with the really large homes, should continue to soften and certainly not appreciate at the same levels as some of the other homes that are out there that are more reasonably priced. Here's another detached bungalow in the Fallgood area for $539.9. So again, not a bad deal. Decent lot, 76 by 103. They have it priced to sell. Lowest price for a detached home in that area. And the property, of course, any of these properties with the older homes allow for a much larger home if anybody ever did want to expand or build on them. Another new listing on Chalmers. This one, when it first came out, was a really good deal. I'm surprised the picture isn't on here. So it must be a out-of-town agent that hasn't quite been able to download yet. But that one, if I remember correctly, was priced a little bit lower and was relisted again because of, I guess, some great activity on it. Sable, another new listing. 589.9 for detached. Sable, of course, is in around the third line area south of the QEW. And this is, again, a nice property that you could renovate or build on. 68 almost by 123 foot lot. So that's very interesting as well. 599 on Rebecca, so let's say 600,000 at that price. So for 600,000 on Rebecca, that looks like it's right at fourth line. There would have to be some work been done to it. You've got an 89 by 145 foot lot, so my guess here is that they're actually just looking at lot value. That might be a little bit on the high side for lot value there, but there's a lot of people that are testing lot values right now to see what they're going to be able to get. Glen Oak in the West Oak Trails area by fourth line. Detached older home for 769 on a 60 by 145 foot lot. This one has an addition on it and has been nicely updated, so that's why you're looking at that type of price range. Next we have a new home in the Westmount area for the same price of 769. Again, if you want to do any walkthroughs of any of these, if you want to hop on my tour of homes, each weekend and on some weeknights, what I'm doing is putting together a group of homes in a particular price range, depending on what the demand is, and taking you around to see all the homes that are currently available in that price range. And we've usually got room for 5 or 6 couples that can hop on the bus and take a look around. So it's a great way to educate yourself. 1132 Shaw Street in West Oak Trails again. Detached bungalow. This one at that price at 775 will have had some work done to it. Beautifully renovated inside and out on a treed lot, in-ground pool, etc. So that's where people are trying to get to now as far as the older homes and the nice lots. We'll see where everything nets out. And again, that brings me to another point, which is list price doesn't mean necessarily a lot. And if you're looking at homes and doing your research based on MLS.ca and what's currently available on there, you won't really have a good idea of true value. The average home, or I should say 1 out of 3 homes, ends up expiring because it's overpriced. Another 1 out of 3 or more ends up having to reduce their price to a level to get it sold. And of course, some homes are selling quickly at a price that is at or below their asking price. So you really don't know unless you've got somebody doing that research for you, and that's not generally available to the public. Through the public access site, you do have to pay for that access, and it doesn't show sale prices until after it's actually closed and they moved in. So it doesn't give you all the up-to-date action and what's going on. Wedgwood Creek area. 948 for a nice newer type home, nicely appointed here, as you can see. Beautiful floors, etc., etc. 50 by 109 foot lot, so wide but not deep, as the newer homes tend to be. This one's 2929 square feet, so a decent sized home, maybe bigger than what you need, who knows. 1107 Rebecca. Now at a glance this looks like an older, 1.5 story type home, but they have renovated it nicely, and again we're at that fourth line Rebecca area on a main street. Decent lot, 112 by 151, and they've done a lot of work to the inside as well as an addition, so it is a beautiful home. They are pushing the envelope to see what they're going to be able to get for this type of property. But it'll be interesting to see, because this is an area that we don't have a lot of product, and there's becoming more and more demand for it, so we'll see how that goes. 1383 Deerwood Trail in Glen Abbey. This is over 3,500 square feet, and they're asking over $1.9 million. Glen Abbey, of course, has broken the $1 million mark for a couple of years now, and this is a ravine lot. You're looking at $400,000 or $500,000 less than Joshua Creek area for something that's really similar in size, but the difference being that it needs perhaps a little bit of work and it's not brand new. Now it looks nice on the inside. Yeah, it looks like they've updated the kitchen. Pool in the backyard, hardwood floors. And this is where we're finding some of the older product is much better value than some of the newer product. So, next on the list, we've got that down there twice, 1383 Deerwood, so it must have been listed by 2 separate boards. 407 Trafalgar, this one's been out before, and we're at $1.001 million basically. 268 McDonald in Old Oakville, just off of Trafalgar. a new listing at $1,295,000. This one's been an upgraded home and has had some nice work done to it, so it's in the right range for a nice updated home in Old Oakville. 3236 Shoreline Drive, $1,008,000. So you're talking in West Oakville near Bronte. Right on the lake, right near the lake. Lake views, unobstructed. Big beautiful home. And 178. So needless to say, as you get to the west, you're getting a lot more for your money than what you get in South and Central Oakville. Unsworth, $599 at $1.9 million, just off Lakeshore and 4th 9. So this is definitely on the higher range of new homes on the older lots. So it'll be interesting to see what they end up getting. My guess is that it's going to be pushing the envelope. 4,100 square feet. Nice big yard, so that's where there is a bit of a premium, where it pies out at the back to 100 feet from 52 at the front and 190 feet deep. So, you know, relatively new build or brand new build, nicely appointed, wide open spaces, big yard. So we'll see what they end up netting out on. And I know I keep saying that, but if you want to find out what a home's worth or what any of these end up selling for, don't be afraid to give me a call. I'd be happy to do a research on what homes are actually selling for and what the true value is, or a home that you were interested in and curious about. 236 Watson. This one's been up and listed for a while, and now it's been relisted. It's a brand new home on a nice lot, 80 by 150 approximately. Pies out a little bit to 97 on the back down in Old Oakville, right on Watson, just north of Lakeshore. It's got a unique styling, more of a European styling on the inside, but quite a nice home. And when you take a look at lot value of a 100-foot lot in the area in a brand new home, it seems to be decent price. I think it comes down more for this one about the styling. It has to be the right buyer who enjoys that type of layout. On Park, right down near the lake, prime southeast Oakville, we're looking at $2,599,000 or $2.6 million. A 95 by 225 foot lot, and this one has had a little bit of work to it, but mostly original. Looking to do some work on it yourself. Howard Street, this is a nice newer home on Howard, just a little bit further to the west, right near Park and Raymar, for almost $3 million. So it's a bargain. Just get out your checkbooks, folks. 11 Bronte for $3,008,000. So here's a listing in the building I know I keep talking about, but this one at $3,008,000 for the size of this, you're looking at about 2,400 square feet. So that gives you an approximate dollar per square foot value of almost $1,600, $1,583 per square foot. I don't know. We'll see. Somebody might really like it. $1,500 per month for the condo fees, which again don't include much. They just include your building insurance, exterior maintenance, and parking. So you have additional expenses over that, of course, for taxes and heat and hydro. So good luck with that one. We have on 26 Trafalgar Road a new build, $8,200,000. So that's for, you know, the right buyer, needless to say. That type of product takes a little longer to sell, but at least it is a beautiful home close to the lake, or is lakefront, I should say, at that price, and it's 10,000 square feet. So, you know, if we find the right buyer for that one, or if you know of somebody that might be interested, I'd be happy to help them out. So that is all of the listings up to date as of 6 o'clock on Tuesday. I'm Russ Hutchings. Don't hesitate to give me a call anytime, 416-209-7877. Take care.